All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as see the hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, kindly go and subscribe to our channel because they pay money to do it. We bring you the topmost of the top news and news where we like olive oil, where they bring from Israel, from Antolive. Ochatola no. E don hot. They say Barrister Aloy Ejimako reacts as Northern Group appeal to President Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu from prison. Say e don dey touch everybody. Oh. Everybody don dey feel am. They think say, there is this scripture in the Bible. They say that death could not hold him captive. God they create people. Ohamadike one of Ndibo is one of the people that God created, and after God created him, he gave him Ikenga Agonkwo, a man who is in the prison, and yet action is still going on. A man who is in the prison, and yet movements are still going on. You could imagine such power, you could imagine such authority that have been bestowed upon one man by Chukwokike Abiyama. I say shout out to MNK. Mana yeni na nekwukwana bụ emesiali odimma. Make I carry you thunder for that news. Make you see wetin dey sup as e dey hot. They say Barrister Aloy Ejimako, special counsel for the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has taken a swipe at the coalition of northern groups over its recent statement. In a press statement issued on Saturday by the CNG spokesperson Abdulaziz Suleiman, the Northern Group has appealed to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to ignore calls by Igbo leaders for the release of Nnamdi Kanu from detention. Reacting to the development, Barrister Aloy Ejimako, in a post shared on his verified Twitter handle, said that the coalition of Northern Group has to face trial as an accessory to murder. According to Ejimako, since the CNG is the umbrella body of northern groups, including Headers Union, then it is complicit in the crime committed by herdsmen in the country and must be prosecuted by the Nigerian government. He wrote, as the umbrella body of the northern group, which include herdsmen, CNG is viciously complicit in every murder committed by herdsmen and thus must face trial as an accessory to murder. Below is the full text of the post. This one is coming from Aloy Ejimako. He posted it on his Twitter handle. He said the coalition of Northern Group has insisted that Nnamdi Kanu must face trial. My take, as the umbrella body of the Northern Group, which include herdsmen, the CNG is viciously complicit in every murder committed by herdsmen and thus must face trial as an accessory to murder. Now you can see what the coalition of Northern Group is saying. Their opinion is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should not be released, that Nnamdi Kanu should face the court trial. Forgetting that the appellate court had already released Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have quashed all count charges against him, and he has been discharged and acquitted. Now, and these people are saying that he should not be released. So you can see the people's mindset, whether they want the betterment of this nation or not. Actually, they believe that what is happening in the southeast does not have any effect on them. But they have forgotten that most of the food produce that are being produced in northern Nigeria, the consumers are the southeasterners. Because I know that normally, I'm just being frank, northerners don't really know much about food. Yes, even if you have been to places like Benue State and Makurdi, they have one of the highest food products, but they don't even know how to cook these foods. They don't know, they only eat their food with, they do their pounded yam and eat it with meat and the rest of them. But when you come down to the southeast, you see where these people make use of the egusi, the ogbono, the rest of the things that are being produced in Nigeria. So if the northern this thing are saying that Nnamdi Kanu should not be released, that means that they are looking for trouble. Now let's go to another news. They say commotion in APC chairman Adamu's house as EFCC police officers clash. They say there was tension on Sunday night when operation of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission stormed the home of the national chairman of All Progressive Congress APC Adamu Abdullahi to execute a search warrant. Niger News reports that the APC national chairman had already resigned from his position following pressure from top members of the ruling party. It was gathered that EFCC agents arrived around 8 p.m. at Adamu's house on Aliku Crescent by Asorok Presidential Villa and immediately met resistance from police orderlies attached to the politician. According to two sources familiar, including one of the officers involved, according to People's Gazette, source disclosed that a standoff immediately ensued after the police officers said no one would be permitted to enter the premises because it was already past 6 p.m. The officers insisted, despite being shown a warrant duly signed by a judge. The content of the warrant was not immediately clear, but Mr. Adamu had faced corruption allegations whose probe might still be active. The police officers said no one can enter the house because it was already past 6 p.m. and already late for any such operation. One of our sources said under anonymity to disclose the operation. He added they said they won't allow anyone inside even if they go back to bring the judge that signed the warrant. The officers whose source said arrived in 4 trucks spent hours trying unsuccessfully to resolve the matter. No casualties were reported during the standoff, which a source described as physical intense. Spokesperson for the police and the EFCC were not available for comment between the small hours of Monday and at the opening of businesses. Una don't see as e dey happen for Obodo Naija say peace no dey peace no dey anywhere. If police and EFCC dey fight themselves because of one politician like that, na him go tell you say peace no dey. But one thing be say the EFCC no wan do good thing. Even the politicians sef they no wan do good thing because na dem I dey pity. They no dey reason whether this man they support, whether in dey take care of them. Now why Nigerian politicians has decided to keep the nation under lock and key of poverty because they know that if people are poor, they will be able to control them. For example, someone who has been hungry for like 3 days, if you give that person one plate of food and tell him to bow down and kiss your feet, the person will bow down and kiss your feet at least. Go dinner first. One make I chop before I die. So now the matter where Nigerian politicians and African politicians in general are using to keep the people under bondage. They have all the money, they have all the resources, they pack all the money. But the foolishness with this politician is that after packing all this money, they still take this money to out of the country, stock it in abroad. And these people use Nigerian money to develop their country, turn it up over with business, and bring back the gain to Nigeria. So Nigerian politicians have failed to think well. Instead of giving your people good lights, electricity, give them electricity, give them what is it called? Give them good road, give them proper infrastructure, and let everybody live fine. Then you tend on taking all the money, stacking the money for yourself, so that when the people are impoverished, you'll be able to control them. That's what politicians do. When election is coming now, you will see them packing rice to rural areas. You know, they give you like 5 cup of, just common 5 cup of rice or even 10 cup of rice. And you see these people dying for them, dying to vote for them. You know, many things that are happening, which is uncalled for. Some of these things are uncalled for. It's just because the politicians have decided to, keep the people in starvation. When you give them Okada, give them The last one, they were even giving, they will give one keke to two people to share. They will now sell it and share the money and start singing the people's song. All these things are unnecessary. They are not necessary. Give the people what they need and they will still, oh my God. Meanwhile, I'll be winding down the curtain here. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, please go ahead and subscribe.